Let's go beyond the usual kings and temples to see how regular people lived in ancient Sumer.
This is a 4,000-year-old lullaby. It gives us a real peek right into a Sumerian home.
So we're going to follow Ur-Nammu the potter, his wife, and their son from morning till night.
Their home was basically a fortress made of mud brick, with all the action happening in the courtyard. The day kicked off before sunrise, and everyone knew their role. The duties were clearly divided. For a boy like Lugal, his whole future was pretty much set, learning his dad's trade. But if your dad was a priest or a scribe, you went to the Aduba, the world's first school. And school was no joke. It was grueling, repetitive, and you definitely feared the teacher's stick. But hey, this tough schooling created the scribes and bureaucrats who ran the entire civilization. When evening came, dinner really showed where you stood in society. It was a huge status symbol. After eating, the courtyard was for storytelling, passing down epics like the one about Gilgamesh. At night, families slept on the roof. It was a great way to escape the heat. But sleeping outside was scary. Parents' biggest fear was Lamashtu, a demon who preyed on children. Our Potter's family, they were smack in the middle of this really rigid social pyramid. Even in their harsh world, you can see from their proverbs that family was everything. Their daily lives and worries echo over 5,000 years, reminding us how much we all share. Let's dive into the legendary war machines of Archimedes. We're going to separate myth from modern science. During the siege of Syracuse, just one man's inventions absolutely terrified the entire Roman army. For nearly 2 years, the mighty Roman war machine was held at bay, all by a single mind. First up, the legendary Iron Hand. Could an ancient crane really sink a Roman warship? Let's see. Okay, ancient historians describe this terrifying crane, so modern engineers put it to the test on camera. So, the verdict? It's plausible. They successfully recreated it, proving the tech was totally possible back then. Next up, the most famous legend of all, the death ray. Could mirrors actually set ships on fire? The story is incredible, but how does it hold up to modern tests from shows like Mythbusters? And the verdict is inconclusive. Yeah, Mythbusters busted it and MIT only got smoke. It's just too tricky. But what about the steam cannon? Could ancient steam power really create a supersonic weapon? Let's find out. You know, this weapon was dismissed for ages, but then an MIT engineering class completely changed the game. Get this, the MIT team's small cannon fired a projectile at more than 670 miles per hour. To put that in perspective, that's more power than a modern heavy machine gun bullet. A devastating weapon. The verdict? Plausible. The steam cannon wasn't a myth. It was a seriously dangerous, plausible superweapon. But what's really wild is that to Archimedes himself, these weapons were just geometric amusements. His true passion was in pure theory, like his foundational work on, the law of the lever. This is the simple, powerful science behind his famous boast, "Give me a place to stand and I will move the earth." And in the end, it wasn't his war machines, but his absolute dedication to knowledge that defined his last moments. His famous last words weren't about war or glory, but just a simple plea to protect his drawings.